Well, hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a little bit. It's been a couple of weeks. I do apologize. I've just, with everything going on, I've just not been in the content creating mood. A lot of people out there having it really bad right now, and honestly, I kind of can't pull myself away from watching all of that in my spare time. This is what it is. I've said it in other videos. I've kind of gotten a little burnout here on the hobby. I do that on things. I'll do it for so long, I'll go overboard with it, and it ends up being more of a headache than it is something fun. But on the other hand, I was out of town. We went to deliver Justin's 2 saws back to him, and there's a pawn shop in that area that I like to go into. Actually, a couple of them. They usually have a lot of chainsaws, and sometimes you can find a really good deal. This was a really good deal. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with the saw just yet, so I'm going to keep what I gave for it to myself, but just take note I could easily double if not triple my money on it. As it is, as the way it sits. The saw does run really good. We'll fire it up shortly. Not in here, of course, because there's no ventilation. But we will take it out and about and fire it up and hopefully make some cuts. I have a tree out back. If you don't watch shorts, I'll probably throw a clip of that in, but every time any kind of storm rolls through, I end up with some kind of carnage. The mess we had last year was awful. Took a long time to clean up. Costed me a lot of money. I got some money from the insurance, but they only paid for about half of the damages, which was better than nothing. What I've got now is a tree that is through my little parts shed, and if that is all I have, I'm doing good. But a lot of people out there that really having it really rough right now, and we just hope the best for them all. It's just horrible. Things like that generally don't make it to the mountains. I've never ever that I know of had damage from a hurricane that hit the Gulf Coast here at the house till now, but and I live exactly 580 miles from where that storm hit landfall, so just take that into consideration. I'm in the Appalachians. I'm really close to where all that devastation is at, but we're blessed that we were out of power a couple of days, and that, you know, a tree and some tree limbs here at the house is all we had. Really truly but blessed. With all that out of the way, I've actually ended up picking up 3 saws over the weekend. I told myself I wasn't buying anything, but the struggle's real, I guess. It's an addiction, but I've been slowly weeding saws out. Some I share on here, others I don't, but I'm sure this one will get moved on down the road because I've got fairly brand new 60cc saws, so we don't need a 1998 model 60cc saw sitting around, but it may be fun to go into it and modify it, but you know, then again, you've got a modified 20-something-year-old saw as well, and it's going to take a special kind of person to even want that, so we may just move it on down the road as is after we make a few videos. But anyway, I did try to make some cuts. I did touch the chain up with a file a little bit to even get it to cut, but the bar was in so bad of a need of dressing that you were still having to dog it through the wood even with the sharp chain. And take note of that, if you put a new chain on one, you're still having to push and pull. Your bar more than likely needs dressed. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can be as simple as running the edges of it down a bench grinder or just taking a flat file down it. We may do a video solely on that. I've got a few on it, but we may do one on just doing a quick touch up to your guide bar to get your chain to cut again. You know, take note of wore out bar. That one tightened up quite a bit after taking a file down it, but it really needs a squeezer took to it, or really probably just needs replaced. But what came on the saw and what I'm wanting to use on it to make this video and do these cuts with, so Saw does start good, runs good, in really good cosmetic shape. It's got a bust right here in the starter cover, which you guys know that doesn't hurt a thing. The plastic up here next to the muffler's melted, but come on guys, 4 more years, she's looking at 30 years old. Still got the clutch cover intact. The chain brake does not work. It's a part somewhere in it, who knows. I'm not going to fool with trying to fix it. More than likely just end up moving her down the road as is, but because it runs good enough. I mean, it has a ton of compression. Almost makes me wonder if maybe the base gasket hadn't been yanked, or maybe someone's put a 262 piston in it, because I know these had a disc piston in them where I'm thinking it's about the only difference between a 61 and a 62. I know someone will correct me, but I ain't real fluent on this series of saw, but I do have a 257 here that we done up on the channel. But I quit running my mouth, and we'll go out back, see if we can make some cuts with this thing. Guys, if this is all I have, I'm doing good. Like I said, a lot of other people are a lot less fortunate right now. Well, considering that chain, and like I said, that chain's never gonna be a fast cutting chain, but it's not bad either. I'd really like to run it with a good chain, and I don't know, I'd really like to run it modified, so it's an addiction, guys. It is what it is, but I don't think that saw has a lot of time on it, honestly, and I'd like to have a peek in the cylinder to see what piston is in it, and we may do that in another video. If it does have the disc piston, we may just order us up a good 262 flat top piston. One of you guys that are more fluent with these, let me know if I'm right or wrong on that, but I swear I think the only difference is the flat top versus disc piston. So again, could be wrong, but that thing as is would easily handle a 24 with a properly set up chain on it. Anyway guys, I'll quit rambling about this. If you have any interest in this thing as is, the bar and chain will come with it for free. If you just want the power head and don't want that old junky bar and chain, do that as well. Make a good deal on it. I need to make a little bit of money just for my time. My time's got to be worth something, picking the thing up, bringing it home, cleaning it up. You guys that buy and trade and sell around with these know what I'm talking about, but I don't have any need to really hang on to it either. But or any other saw I've got, go to my about page. If you're on your phone, right there where it gives a description of what the channel's about, just click on that where it's got all that nonsense. It'll take you to a little page that shows like how many views the channel has, and my email address is right there. Should be really easy for you. Just shoot me an email. I work through PayPal. We sell over on the auction sites. It's about as far as I'm going to get into that, and leave it at that. But anyway guys, I'm going to quit rambling. This is about a pointless video anyway. You guys have a good one.